So if you guys haven't noticed, we got so I did try this already, it's pretty good. I was gonna record while I was on it. It took off too crazy.
Microscope, and that'll help us understand what might be going on with her health.
So that's just like, yeah, we probably waited like the whole night. Yeah, like 90 minutes for this one. Here we are in Italy. Go in here. Oh, this is like a little wine bar. If you get motion sickness easy, this ride might not be good for you. Hey guys, so I want to update you guys on what's been going on. I've been having, to be honest, the worst day. I ain't gonna lie. So this is how it went down. I went to sleep at 11 to make sure that everything was packed and ready. I woke up at around 2:30. I left my house at 3. Yeah, around like 3. Probably a little bit before 3. And I got to the airport at 4. Because it takes like an hour to get there. Especially the time that I went, there was really no traffic. So yeah, it took an hour. And my flight, to get on the flight, like the onboarding, I think it was like 4 something. But my flight was at 5. Well, we were taking off and they were saying that they noticed that something wasn't working, like a fan or something like that. So they stopped and they tried to fix it, and then they're like that they can't fix it, so they went back to see if they need to replace it. And then they said it was going to be an hour wait. And from this time was already passing. I think it was already 6 o'clock. It was already been like an hour, I felt. And then they said it was going to be another hour. So then they told us, like, you can get another flight or something, like you can go somewhere else. So we got off the flight, what they told us to do. We got off the flight, and then I tried to like get another flight, and they kind of was like, okay, everyone that is going to Orlando, we already like changed your flights and you're all covered, so you're gonna stay here, you're gonna go on the plane, you're gonna stop at Denver, that's which originally we were gonna do, and then go to Orlando. So then we ended up doing that, but wasn't really sure what the flight was to go to Orlando. But yeah, the flight was so bad for one. A lot of turbulence, let me tell you. I get sick, I get so motion sickness in the car, and this turbulence was so scary. Like, it was moving, like you could literally feel the air or whatever, the wind move. Yeah, like I was going like that, and I was like, oh. And it was so bad, like it kept like dropping kind of, you know, and my stomach is so sensitive. We go over a railroad track and my stomach's like, so imagine how I felt. Like I was like holding on to like the seat in front of me, and even my boyfriend was too, and he was like looking around like, what the heck, like that's so crazy. Sorry, I look busted too right now. As I've been telling you, it's been a day, right? Oh, and get this, so I look at my flight thinking that it's like I'm getting there around the same time. No, the next flight I'm taking, it's at 5 something, and I'm like, at 5 p.m. But mind you, when I go to Orlando, they are like 3 hours ahead of like California. So yeah, and I think it's like 3 or 4 hours. I think it's 3 hours on the plane. I don't remember. Don't quote me. But I'm gonna get there around 11 o'clock. 11 p.m. Literally, this day is over for me. Like, I'm literally flying today. So when I got to the airport, I landed and everything, I asked somebody, like, what can I do and whatever, and is there another flight? And they said, no, you have the earliest flight. But they did tell me that there was one that was leaving, so we ran to that gate, and they told us it was going to land around, leave. It was going to leave at 2, board around 1, so we were waiting, because we went to the gate that they told us, and it was 11 o'clock, so we still had a little bit of time. I got food, and there was no one at the gate, so then we waited until someone came to the gate. I took a little nap. I don't usually like to take naps in public at all. Like, I get self-conscious, but I slept at least like 20 minutes. Laid out on like their little couch because I was so tired. I think it was just like 20 minutes. Yeah, so I went over there and I was waiting, and then they told me that that flight was filled. It was like all filled, booked up. But when I looked back at it, it said Fort Lauderdale, and a lot of people around me were talking, and they were like, oh, that their flight got changed. Their flight got canceled, and the gate got changed. So, and then I was like, wait, did I look at the wrong thing? Like, was it always Fort Lauderdale? And I went back and sat down, and I told my boyfriend what was going on, and I was like, wait, I think it did say Orlando. Let me find out. I was talking to some people, and they're trying to help me out, and they said, first they were telling me that that's the 5 o'clock's the only one. Then the guy was like, there's actually one gonna leave soon, and he told me the gate. I literally ran and booked it. I got there, the people told me it's all booked up, but if someone cancels or doesn't show up, there's a possibility you could get on, but then there's a wait list. Basically, I didn't get on because it was all booked up, and there was only 2 spots left, and I guess it was like there was 2 men like waiting already, and they got on. So here I am waiting until it turns 5 o'clock, and right now it's currently, where's my phone? Oh, it's currently 2 o'clock. Story of my life. And I didn't bring anything. I didn't bring no computer or anything. Maybe I'll watch some YouTube. So I brought this little backpack for Disneyland, and that's why I didn't want to and that was the whole situation too. Like, I wasn't under the impression that I couldn't bring a carry-on bag, because on my app it said that I would have to pay for it, and it had to go under the plane. And I didn't want to do that because I knew that I had a layover, which thank goodness I didn't do it, because it would have been a whole mess. My friend ended up taking my bag, thankfully. Thank you, Jackie, for taking my bag for me, because I don't know what I would have done if I'm over here waiting and where's my luggage, you know? That would have been another issue to have. But yeah, so I just have a little baggie with me, but the plane had the little top, and people were putting their luggage in there, so then I was I'm confused. But anyways, but yeah, I'm rambling, but yeah, that is my day. But I'll catch up with you guys when I do. I really wanted to show you guys the room when I got there, but it's gonna be super late. We'll see if I do it, but if not, I'm gonna do it in the morning, and the room is probably gonna be a mess because we're gonna be sleeping in it right when I get there. But yeah, stay tuned. See you guys in the next clip.